Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be talking about what I believe are the 5 most caring zodiac signs, and yes, it does apply and pertain to the sun, moon, and ascendant. First thing up, well, I'm going to go with Pisces because Pisces just simply has a very compassionate nature. They are very empathetic. They could be the quintessential rescuer of the zodiac. They want to save the world, at least many of them do. They may not be able to, but because Pisces is so idealistic, that is what they often have in mind. And Pisces can also be very beneficial to those less fortunate. They seem to have a soft spot for those people. Pisces is the zodiac sign connected with the less fortunate. They often will sacrifice for others. And sadly, Pisces, I believe, can put themselves in a situation sometimes where they're among those less fortunate people because attributed to the sacrificing that they often do for others. So they're a sign. Many Pisceans are spiritual, and they also very altruistic and just giving type of nature. They are very well-meaning people, and they are the ones. I would put. For me, it's hard to go against Pisces. Being as far as the most caring. Yes, the zodiac sign Cancer, which I'm going to get to in a bit, is ruled by the moon, and they are about caring. But Pisces, they go a little further with it than I'd say the zodiac sign Cancer, which I'm going to talk about now. Now, as far as number 2, the zodiac sign Cancer, I put it number 2. Again, they are ruled and governed by the moon, and they're it's about caring. They're very nurturing. I think though Cancer, put Cancer a tad lower than Pisces because Cancer is more, often more sympathetic, more in connection with their family and those they're close to home with, as opposed to, just many other people in general, such as Pisces is. And I think um, it's not that Cancer can't, zodiac sign Cancer can't support or give sympathy to people that they may not even know, but Pisces is a little more inclined toward that. Now, the thing about Cancer too is that they're also very protective of their home, their family, again, the people they're close to home with. It can be, they have a lot of tremendous amount of dedication and devotion and tenacity toward, a cause. And even though Cancer is not a fixed sign, they do have, that tremendous amount of dedication, devotion, and loyalty toward, an issue. And the thing about, I had a thing, something happened one time where my mother, who had a Cancer ascendant, she wanted to give certain support to somebody because she had some friends and their child, their baby was in a, very had some emergency and had to go to the hospital, and my mom decided to go with them just to give support. And the thing is, that's just how Cancer people can be, but it's very strongly connected with who their family and who they feel close to home with. And they go by often how they feel, what they feel in that situation. Very feeling people, and they tend to pick up on those feelings and emotions of others. Now, the next sign I'm going to go with is actually Aquarius. Now, Aquarius is a sign, they're very, selfless, altruistic. They're often involved in humanitarian and environmental matters. They are more, about just the general love of humanity. And the thing is, the thing where they don't fall like a little higher on the list because they are somewhat detached, because again their love is about that love of humanity. They have a certain detachment from others. They're more about helping those in a collective manner, helping many, as opposed to helping individuals or becoming emotionally um, close to them. Aquarius is about their freedom and independence, and they often want, I think, that freedom from, being, becoming emotionally bound or tied into to another person, and they're just, more about, again, just the general love of humanity and doing things, that help many. They could be the kind of people that would be giving, free tech labs to inner city, schools, things that allow others to be innovative and move forward and be progressive, go forward in their, with their mind and utilize it to the best advantage to themselves. And Aquarians also could be very considerate, very unobtrusive. They could be one of the very good, tenant if they're in like an apartment, complex, or their roommate, because Aquarius is often, about, kind of people being so considerate, taking the shoes off, or keeping the music down low or TV down low at night. And that is how, they are. So because they do care strongly in that sense about, just people, in general. And now the next sign I'm going to go with is Virgo. Well, Virgo can be very helpful, service oriented. They, when they help others, it's not going to be, generally in an officious or unwanted manner, but they are often there for others when needed, because they are very service oriented. They want to be able to help. They could be that consummate employee. They could be that the employee that goes the extra mile for a supervisor. I had a friend of mine one time who is Virgo rising. I can remember one time when we were moving, some kind of pallet jack, and it was like, and it got stuck, and he got down. I mean, only one that got down on his hands and knees and started looking, under the machine to see if it was, what was actually holding it up, because they'll give that extra effort because they're about, hard work and industry. They have a tremendous work ethic, and they will go, again, that extra mile for others when, a lot of people will not, be bothered in doing so. And the thing about Virgo too is that they're also very punctual and reliable, and it's because they care about, the people in question that they have to meet and or do something for. They don't like to keep, others waiting. They're about often very scrupulous about good behavior, and that is why, a lot of it shows in the, that they do care, about the other person, the other parties. And the thing about them too, also, they will show that they care by being, very detail oriented, very punctilious with details. They may, if they correct somebody, it's often not in a malicious way, though I know that can bother people sometimes, but it's because in often in cases they want to be helpful and help the person do something in the right manner. Now, last but not least, number 5, I'm going to go with Scorpio. And then, Scorpio can, be vilified to some degree because they do have, that greatest propensity for, as far as like the revenge and, the holding the grudges and that. But the thing about, Scorpio, is that they are, being a water sign, they have certain compassion. It's the sign that's associated with support and loans. And Scorpio actually can be there, for others, if they need, some kind of assistance. And I would say a lot of times, like in an emergency or crisis situation, because Scorpio is the sign connected with crisis, and Scorpio, I believe, can be downright unflappable in those situations. And they do have certain compassion and empathy, again, because they are, water sign. It is a water sign, and they could actually feel very deeply. They may not show a lot of that emotion on the surface, especially like Scorpio rising. Their exterior can be very controlled, but the thing is, there's a lot of, there's a lot of emotion that is beyond the surface with Scorpio. A lot of people just will not see it, readily, but they do have it. Scorpio moon can have very intense, sometimes convoluted, even turbulent emotions, but it's just not always shown on the surface. There's more of an ability to control it, but being a water sign, they have a lot more sensitivity than you would think. Anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment. Until next time, Edwin Learnard saying stay well.